second graders. Today we're going to be focusing on practicing arrays still. But today we have a little twist on arrays. We're going to be using coins to help us think about how different coins can match up to each other and how they can be equal. So let's get started. I have a nickel. A nickel is worth 5 cents. So I want you to think, which one of our coins could we make an array with that could help us equal 5 cents for a nickel? Our learning target today is going to be not only can I identify rows, columns, and a repeated addition equation, but also matching it up to different coins. Let's think. I know the only smaller coin than a nickel is a penny. A penny is worth 5 cents. So if I'm trying to equal a nickel, I want you to think, how many pennies do you need? I know I would need 5 pennies to make 5 cents. So if I have 5 pennies, I want you to think, is this an array? You're correct, this is not an array. An array has equal rows and columns. So I want you to think, how can you make this an array? When I look at this is also not an array. There is not equal rows with columns. But if I move my penny, now I have 1 column and 5 rows. Each row has 1 penny. This is one way to make an array to match a nickel. The other array would be to move my pennies. So now I have 1 row and 5 columns. Each column has 1 penny. When I write a repeated addition equation, I can write 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5. Because I only have pennies, I could write another one, but it would just be 5 for 1 row equals 5, which is also true. So that would work. But what if I were to change out this nickel for a dime? There are 2 ways that I could make an array with different coins. And I want you to think, what would those be? You're right. 10 pennies would be the same thing as 1 dime. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, an array has equal rows and columns. There are 2 repeated addition equations I could write to match this array. There are 2 in this column, so I could write 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, because each column has 2 pennies. Then I could write equals 10. There are 10 total pennies. There is one more repeated addition equation that I could write that matches this array. I can look at the rows. How many pennies are in a row? You're right, there are 5 pennies in a row. So I have row 1 plus row 2 also has 5 pennies because these are equal rows and columns. So 5 plus 5 equals 10 as well. I want you to look at this array, and I want you to think, is there another way that I could do this work? As we're thinking about our coins and we're thinking about how our coins can be moved around to equal different amounts of value that are the same, you can use arrays to help you through this thinking. Think rows go side to side and columns go up and down. Keep thinking about how you can use arrays to help you thinking about your values. See you next time.